Hello and welcome back to the channel. What I'd like to talk about today is Elon Musk because, I was out having a walk and I was thinking, hey, that lad sold flamethrowers and I didn't get one and I was sad. So basically, Elon Musk owns SpaceX, he owns Tesla, he had a stake in eBay? No, PayPal, it was PayPal. And when he set up his boring company in order to raise funds, they sold a modified BB gun with a propane tank and basically a garden center weed burning propane nozzle on the end. And it was the boring company flamethrower. And I was like, that guy, a billionaire, South African billionaire who lives in America, who makes electric cars for a living. The guy is, I mean, if you look at his tweets, I genuinely cannot tell if he is crazier than a house rat or if he's smart like a fox. I just don't know. I genuinely don't know. So I was thinking, what would happen if I were to come into a bunch of money, just an awful lot of money? What would I do? Well, apart from, buy a load of houses and make a sustainable business out of the tenancy, I would probably try to go for space as well. I mean, it's an interesting frontier that honestly we should be looking more into. The technologies can be used in real life. That is a blind corner. We are turning onto a road with a blind corner. I cannot see past the red car. Right, let's go and just pray that we don't hit anything or upset anyone. Excellent. I believe space is something that we do need to explore. Obviously, starting now, from the age that I am, I probably wouldn't be able to make billions of dollars like Elon Musk, and certainly not persuade a bunch of people to buy a load of Flammenwerfer, although I would still kind of like a Flammenwerfer. Ever Flammen? What's not to like? So basically, I'm thinking you probably have millions of dollars or currency to play with. How could you get to space on a budget? Or more accurately, how could you put 1.5 tons of silver Toyota CHR into space on a budget? The sort of budget oligarch, crazy man, Twitter boy thing. And I'm thinking, well, I have something that Elon Musk doesn't have. I live closer to Europe and incidentally Russia. So what I could probably do for a couple of liters of vodka and some suspiciously shaped sausage that totally isn't a horse, I could probably recruit some budget German scientists and budget Russian scientists, the two groups of people on this planet known to really be big into rocketry, rocket science, and putting things into space. Those lads and ladies are very, very intelligent, very, very talented, and quite often just need someone to say, can you do this? So, could we do it? Well, I think so, but we would have to aim smaller. We would have to get this 1.5 tons of hybrid vehicle into a closer orbit. We couldn't put a cherry red Tesla into a billion-year orbit between Earth and Mars like Elon Musk has. We'd have to think a little bit more sensibly. Maybe we could get it around the moon. Now, I'm not thinking we could get the car back again. But it's a sacrifice I'd be willing to make. For you see, if you are going to be spending millions and you are going to be recruiting people on a budget to build a rocket to send your car into space, you're going to be a little bit crazy, a little bit evil genius, as it were. And I am all up for being evil genius. You see, if we put it in orbit around the moon, this silver 1.5 tons of not quite the future, but not quite the past vehicle, I can have a Toyota CHR hybrid photobomb people's pictures of the moon every time they go and take a picture of it with their back garden telescope. It's kind of hard to take a picture of a cherry red Tesla as it orbits between Earth and Mars. But if your car is lit up by the sun and backlit by the surface of the moon, well, that's some budget evil geniusness right there. So, is Elon Musk crazy or an actual genius? Well, I would say probably a bit of both. You probably have to be crazy to work here, but you don't put a car in space by being insane. At the same time, I haven't put a car in space, but I'd like to. And again, I wouldn't like to be insane, but when you're talking about projects of that scale, you kind of have that evil genius creep in there. And yeah, I just find it funny that from now until this thing is deorbited by the Russians or the Chinese or whoever gets really upset about the fact that it keeps interfering with their space program, there would be a car in space if I had the money, which I don't. So my car is on the road. Wow, we're driving through the back lanes of Cornwall. This is actually a major road, not even joking. This is the major road between Helston and Penzance, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Yeah, cool. So I am going to leave it there. It is... I always drive with my sunglasses on, partly because it's a throwback to riding a motorbike. You don't want the wind blowing in your eyeballs and dust and things getting in your eyes, so you always wear sunglasses inside your helmet. But also it provides greater contrast between all colours and things, so highlights, shadows and midtones. Great, you didn't need to know that. I don't actually know where I am. I need to get home somewhere. I mean, there's a Lion and Lamb. That's not a town name though, although that house is for sale and it is lovely. Okay, cool. I tell you what, I am going to leave you here for the time being. So if you like these little vlogs, definitely leave a like, leave a subscribe, and if you do subscribe, click the little bell because that will give you notifications when videos go live, and if you don't click the little bell, you probably won't get a notification, and that would make me sad. And I'll tell you what, I'll catch you next time.